Lately, I have been transfixed by this idea that maybe we really do need art. Maybe without it, the world is just a terrible place where we grind out our days, seeking only a respite from pain and suffering. Art alone is not a solution to the suffering of life, but a path through it, a way to see past the endless struggle and into something more. Art isn't about facts or proof or winning. Art created from the right place, from that deep place, from genuine and wholehearted expression, cannot be concerned with anything short of spiritual transport. In the words of Alphonse Mucha, art exists only to communicate a spiritual message. I think he was onto something, and when you look at his work, it is clear he accomplished just that. This is the guy that made advertising posters so well and so beautifully. They are collected and displayed alongside fine art even today. The latter he was more than capable of creating as well. But it is this approach that even in advertising material, he honored the beauty of the line and the essence of nature. That made his career possible. He paid the bills. Not only that, he was one of the defining artists of the Art Nouveau movement, and likely the one we are most familiar with. I'm enthralled by the work of artists that pay homage to the inspiration of nature. Those who reject the sterile pursuit of so-called perfection and its tortured minimalism, and choose rather to allow for the organic and human touch. There's something so powerful about rendering the elegance of vine and leaf and petal in two dimensions, imperfect, yet subtly hearkening the viewer back to the shared source material of the outside world, teeming with life and vegetation. This is a stark contrast to what our lives are commonly filled with. From the hideous and soul-sucking colors and shapes of corporate Memphis, that's all the deformed, bright-colored people, the cartoon ones, the ones designed to be inclusive while simultaneously managing to be nothing more than a grotesque caricature of some committee's idea of what non-white culture looks like. With any luck, we will one day look back on it as the ugly and pandering, low-expectation blackface that it is. Everything around us is dumbed down and flattened, made devoid of depth, reduced to the easily replicated. What does this tell us about ourselves, about the world, what we have allowed it to become? The constant barrage of marketing is nothing but reductionist prodding at the subconscious, unthinking, undeserving desires. What does that tell us about the peddlers of these things and how they view their customers, the consumers? I think it shows nothing less than contempt. We're just cattle, too stupid to know the difference between something disposable and something lasting. And the problem is, they aren't really wrong in this assessment. It's a lot of work to choose anything that isn't the junk food dopamine hit version of anything. And even if we could, who could afford it? I do still have hope. I see glimpses of the real thing. When some piece of art, a song, a subtly beautiful illustration, a story with truth in it shows up, all totally out of place in the current market, people do rush to it. There's that short window of time when it hasn't been overplayed and is yet to be exploited by grifters and ingested by the AI. It reminds me that good art still happens, and every so often, that good art cuts through the noise and is recognized as the miracle that it is. But none of this changes the fact that the hyper-palatable pop songs and Pinterest-grade aesthetics so often drown out the delicate first breaths of something with heart and soul behind it. The inelegance of the sales tactics and the transient nature of products being sold should feel offensive, but we've grown accustomed to outsourcing our own tastes. Instead of art setting the standard for beauty and spiritual transcendence, it has been co-opted into the blitz-scaling business model, with the goal to choke out everything else, to monopolize and destroy anything that doesn't send money to the shareholder. And this has been going on long enough that it is easy to forget that art doesn't work like that. Good art doesn't mass market well, at least not at first. It has to be first systematized and cheapened, all nuance removed, the files compressed, the sounds made loud enough to compete. I fear we have gotten into the pathetic and desperate place of expecting less from art. We'll call anything art, and shamelessly validate creators who are more than happy to contort any higher vision into something with statistically relevant mass appeal. If it gets more clicks, it must be good, engineered for virality and attention. Use the secret method they don't want you to know about, and you will be instantly rich. If there was a deeper meaning, chances are it has long since been abandoned because it doesn't perform as well in A/B testing. Any message it began with happily sacrificed to the algorithm gods. None of this is to say we should be against selling art or optimizing for getting what we made in front of the audience that would appreciate it. By all means, make something, sell it, make something better, sell that too. But don't let what is happening or what you have seen in the outside world dictate what you create. AI can already do that without you. Art originates from within, and if executed well, it carries something of the creator within it. I do believe that if we all begin to prioritize quality and craft, honesty and bold purpose, the entire concept of the art world would shift in a matter of years. We need to do this. We need to make our art better tomorrow than it is today. It is the path of constant improvement, each day a little better, and in that, there's the satisfaction to continue each day to do a little more, to dig a little deeper within the soul and look wide-eyed into the infinite. We must make good and beautiful things. We must create more than we consume. That is part of what it is to be human. Let us invigorate the soul and through art speak the language of souls, together in harmony. Let us begin today.